Okay, today I have some tips for you on how to improve your kick serve. Now, why is the kick serve such a valuable tool to have in the toolbox? Because number one, it bounces up high, and you can bounce it up high to your opponent's backhand side. Many players have a weakness on high backhands. The other thing is that your opponent has to have good footwork, because with a good kick serve, you are kicking the ball away from your opponent. So it's not only kicking up high, it's kicking away from your opponent. So they need to be able to deal with that high backhand, and they have to have good footwork to be in good position when they strike the ball. So how do we get that nice high kick away from our opponents? First of all, you have to have a continental or an Eastern backhand grip. Now, remember, all racket handles, many of my videos explain grips. The racket handle's 8-sided. We give those little flat surfaces numbers. Now, taking the index knuckle on the inside of the hand and the heel pad right here, if we put those on number 2, this flat surface right there, that is continental. It's the hammer grip. If you were going to hammer something, that's the grip. Now, an Eastern backhand, you're going to go to number 1 right on top. So you're going to turn your hand this way, and that's an Eastern backhand. So you need either one of those grips. The Eastern backhand makes it easier to generate more spin, and that's what this serve is all about, more spin. So, what are the key points? First of all, you have to realize that you're coming at the ball from a different angle. The racket head is coming at the ball from a different angle. In other words, you're not going, on a flat serve, on a first serve, you're coming up, you might put a little spin on the ball, but you're still pretty much hitting it flat. You're coming straight into the ball. Okay, from the side, a flat serve would look more like this, okay? It's coming straight into the ball. Now, on the kick serve, you're coming at the ball from an angle below the ball, here with the racket in this position. Now, the racket is moving forward, yes, but you want the racket in this position when you're making contact as much as possible. Because if the racket is up like this, you can't impart the spin, okay? You have to catch the ball lower so the racket can be in this position, and you can really just snap your wrist up to get that nice topspin, kick topspin that you want. So that's another thing you have to realize, that the toss on the kick serve will be lower. You do not want a high toss, because your racket will be all played out up here. You can't get the spin. You've got to be lower so you can be coming up into the ball. Now, where do you hit the ball? Okay, think of it like this. Okay, the ball, you've got 12 o'clock here, 6 o'clock here. You want the racket moving from low to high, hitting the ball, let's say, on the lower portion there at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and moving up to 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. That's going to give you some of that kick. So what have we learned so far? You need the right grip. You don't want to toss the ball too high, because you're coming at the ball from a different angle. So it's not like you're coming in straight on a flat serve. You're coming up from here, and the racket's moving up this way. Okay, see, I've got that racket like this, and I'm going up from there. Now, I'm also leaning in so I get some ball compression. So I'm leaning into the court slightly and I'm brushing up. So on this serve, it may sound wrong to you, but you want to swing faster. That's the key. You have to swing faster on this serve than even your first serve, because you're putting more energy into the spin. Energy into spin, you need to exert more racket head speed. You have to get the racket even moving faster. Another thing you should consider is, where should the toss be? Personally, I like the toss slightly back over my head a little bit. So if you think of, let's say this here on a flat serve is 1 o'clock. I want the toss at 12 o'clock back here, or even 11:30. Okay, so I want it back over my head more. Now, you're obviously going to have to lean back slightly. And I think this is fine. I think most people can do it. It's not a problem. Obviously, if you have a bad back, be careful with that. But I'm almost 74 and I'm still leaning back. So I think most people can do it if they're in decent shape. Another thing I want you to do is to aim higher. If you get that spin working, you're going to be able to clear the net by 5 feet, 6 feet, and the ball's still going to have so much forward spin, it's going to pull right down into the service box. So those are the key points. Get the right grip, continental or Eastern backhand. Approach the ball from a different angle. Don't come in flat, come in brushing up, and swing faster. That's going to help you get that nice high kick and bouncing away from your opponent. So let's take a look in slow motion and pick up the fine points. Okay, let's take a look here in slow motion. Notice as the hands come up, I'm going to lean back and go to that platform position right there. Okay, the ball is still traveling towards the left because I want it at 12 o'clock or 11:30. Right there, the racket is on edge. My one thought right now is to brush up on that lower side of the ball at 7 or 8 o'clock and get that topspin. The kick I got here is pretty good. I've got an 8-foot fence and it went up about 7 feet, so that's not too bad. Okay, again in slow motion. Notice the key points. I'm going to lean back. The toss, I don't want a super high toss at all. Okay, right there, I'm leaning back. The ball again is traveling to the left. Now, as I go up, right from there, I'm thinking hit the ball the lower left side at 7 or 8 o'clock and brush the back side of the ball to 1 or 2 o'clock as I lean into the court. Again, you can see how high the ball is clearing the net there. But I've got plenty of spin to pull it back down in the box. Okay, the third time for emphasis. Okay, notice I'm going to lean back, go to that platform position. right there. The ball again traveling to the left. Now the racket's going to drop down behind my back, right there. Now I'm coming up again. I'm thinking hit the ball at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, brush to 1 or 2. I'm also leaning into the court, so I'm going to get some ball compression as well. Okay, again, you're going to see how high the ball is clearing the net. But the spin's going to pull it down. I think I caught the outside of the line on this, and the ball kicks up pretty well. Yeah, not bad. And it's kicking away from my opponent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please give me a like, a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if it's first time here. Post any questions or comments below. And just, remember those key points. You have to have the right grip. The toss should be lower, back over your head a little bit. And you want to swing fast and aim high over the net. You can aim 5, 6 feet over the net and still pull that ball into the box. All the best, guys, to your tennis success. Take care.